This is, for me, the very best moment of every project. I just have a little idea or a problem I want to try to solve and nothing else. At this moment, I don't have limits. It's just basically me with my paper, my pencil, and that's it. I can do anything. You want to set a challenge for yourself. You want to have something that you want to achieve that it's beyond the problem itself. What I want to achieve with this project is having an object sitting on my desk or something, and then someone random comes by, sees it, and he can't help but asking me what it is, what it does. It's not trivial. It doesn't just have to be nice in a sense. It needs to spark something that you want to know what it is. The problem that I want to solve is actually pretty easy to solve. It's basically, I work in an open office, in an open space office, which is awesome because for many reasons, you know why an open office, it's nice. The problem is sometimes I do creative work and I get in a state where I just want to think about what I'm going to do. And for that, an open space, it's not ideal. If I have people constantly asking me for things, I just break that moment where I'm starting to have an idea or something. It just goes, like you can't get it back. I tried many times. Then I get mad for no reason. It's not nice. So I need to solve that. Basically, the way I start, what is the easiest way to solve this problem? And for me right now, it would be just having like a red light. I turn that light on. If you see that red light is on, just don't talk to me, right? It would take 1 second, project done. In this case, this would be kind of what I imagine, like a red light and a base, that's it. But this is not really what I want to achieve with this project. Like the challenge of this project is, I win if someone that sees it asks me what it is. So I think that a light is actually the best way to achieve this, because light doesn't make any sound, it doesn't disturb anyone. It's there if you look towards me. It is invisible if you don't look at it. Like making something that makes a sound, it would be stupid. I kind of want to make something that resembles like a video game item. So this would be another iteration where it's a thing. I imagine there's going to be a battery here and a button on top. I press it and this red light shows that I'm busy. Then I have to, you know, shape it in a way that's going to look cool. I think I'm getting close to this. Or it can be like a grenade, like a sci-fi grenade. This would kind of look cool, like a grenade kind of thing, an elongated shape. Now that I see the red, like this is actually supposed to be a button, but what if there's going to be red and yellow, meaning red, I kill you if you talk to me, red, you can talk to me if it's really important. Then I can do neopixels. I can do neopixels and maybe animate them in a way they do like... It's pretty funny actually, things like lights that move. I saw them like in an airport. To be able to photograph the face of everyone, there was basically a blue ring with a light, and it's incredible, like you were walking in this aisle and it was impossible not to look at it. Like in that moment, it's the only thing that moves and it's kind of strange. So that reminds me of that. I think I want to have like a ring of light that turns. So it's basically a ring with a base. Obviously there's going to be a nice sort of ring. This would actually look cool because you have the ring that I was talking about. It's kind of nice how actually, like these are different iterations, but if you think about, I got closer to just a light bulb with this. The problem though, that a light bulb is still better. Like this one from behind, you can't see it unless I do something, but the LED, because I know I have an LED ring, like a neopixel ring, you can only see it from the front. And if I'm on my desk, it's fine, but if I want to make it here or outside somewhere, this would not work. So you know what? I think I'm going to work, yeah, I'm going to work on something similar to this. I can make the light spin here as well, like it would work anyway. Let me see what I have. Okay, let's model it around this thing. It took me like 2 hours to get to this point. It was painful. Okay, this is the turn on animation, and then look at that. I have the selection thing, red, nice. It doesn't turn off, I just do it very dim here because it looks better. And this is off again, it finished the circle thing. And then yellow. How cool is that? I mean, I don't use Arduino enough to get like used to this stuff. So every time I do something like this, which is like super simple, it's so nice. You text stuff in it, you plug things that you don't really understand. I mean, I don't understand, and then it works. Hey, sorry to interrupt you, but this video right here, it's actually coming from our course. A course that's on Kickstarter right now, and we're gonna share everything we know about creating your own product company. Starting from design and Kickstarter, everything we know about making a product company. You should check it out because it's very interesting. Back to the video. So now I know kind of what I want it to look like, and I know what I want to model it from, which is the NeoPixel ring. Like right now it's the only fixed thing I have, plus I mean the battery, Arduino, and a bunch of little shit. But I know like the visual thing is to be modeled about the NeoPixel stuff. Okay, so this is what I came out with. I started by doing basically a base for the NeoPixels. It's kind of a nice shape, it does hold the thing. Then I added some detent and some like place to put M3 screws here, just because they would look nice. And then I imagined like I would do the base, maybe a box or something. So I did that, and then I imagined that on top, well, let's see, the NeoPixel ring that would go here, and then I would put like a transparent plexiglass or something, and then a white plexiglass or some kind of plastic that I have, so it would diffuse the light from under here, and I imagine it would make a nice little effect. So on top of that, then I made this to close it off. I figured that I don't need to see much on top of it. I just need this to light up, and then it looks kind of sci-fi to me. I even did these lines here that break the surface. In my actual product, I would never do something like this. Like I feel this, like when I see product that have things like this, like just nice elements that don't serve any purpose, I think it's stupid. I really want to focus on doing design stuff that actually have a purpose. In this case, these lines don't have any purpose at all, but they look sci-fi. So for this challenge, I figure I would have to break the surface there. Plus I like screws, so I put a lot of screws. Just like in the Maker Knife, I put more screws that was needed, but it looks so cool. It's actually, the Maker Knife is what taught me the most, because if you see at the prototypes, there were many that had like lines and stuff like that, and then we did curves to make it sexier. No way. This is actually similar to the first prototypes that it was in the beginning. Yeah, I mean in the middle. So yeah, now that I have this, for me it's time to print it. Like I want to feel it. Right now I imagine it would be like this big, but maybe in real life it would look like crap. I don't know. It's what I say to everyone here, like we need to print. Like this is already so advanced. If it was like a real product that I was making for, you know, to sell, at this point I would have printed probably already 5 times. Like every time I change a little thing, I would print it, because it's so important. Like we have 3D printers that are basically free now. You don't need to spare time in that, like save time on that, because it really is the most important thing. You see things that you would never see if you don't print stuff or prototype in some sort of ways. So what you just saw me printing was this. This was a total failure, because I basically did the stupidest error that one can make. When I model this in Fusion, I basically took the OD, the outside diameter, and I subtract the thickness. But this, it's actually double because it's at both sides. So it wasn't thick enough, so it wouldn't fit. But after that, I went over and I printed this, like, which is that shape. But I already made the base, because I figured my CNC doesn't work. I started modeling, I liked what I was doing, and I made this little base here. The LED fits perfectly like a glove, and then this goes on top of it. Now I don't want to push it. I also made other two versions in the middle, just little changes. It doesn't really, we don't really need to talk about it. But what I need now is lasering the plexiglass that goes on here. Then I can put this on top of that, plug all the shots. This fits, right? Yes. And then it's basically done. I didn't go too far from the sketch, did I? This is actually a first. Normally what I design on paper is completely different than what actually comes out of prototypes. This is not too different. I don't even know if this is gonna fit. Actually, it should, because I modeled everything, but I didn't model the wires, which is a little bit more of a problem than I thought. Okay, it's not gonna be pretty, that's for sure. Like, not at all, but should work. I'm not sure at this point. I think I'll have to do some of those things that real electronic people would never do, which is using hot glue to fix stuff in place. But this is totally acceptable for me because this is a prototype. Let's remember that. It doesn't have to be pretty inside. Guess what? I'm not gonna be able to do it to make it pretty, so that's a fine excuse in it. Looks pretty bad at this point. I think I have to wire the LED first, right? I didn't think I would ever use this, but hey, first time. This is an X-Acto blade that is actually like a little saw. I bought it in New York with Jimmy. Never used it before, but it's perfect for making this hole bigger. This is actually really useful. Okay, so I decided to test it before I try to wire everything. Okay, this is not supposed to be like this. I snapped it off. Oh my god! Oh my god! I'm so glad I didn't try it. I put the positive in the negative. Now I can repeat breaking off the same things. I'm so frustrated right now. I really hope it's gonna work because I'm about to give up. Nah, never. Okay, last try. Am I recording? Okay, now it works. I think it's actually the switch that it's funky. Anyway, yellow, red, and nothing. Success. I need to change the switch, I think. Yes. And here it is, the final product. I had so much fun making it, and I'm pretty happy to say that we had a courier coming to the office. He saw this thing and he asked what it is. So mission accomplished. I don't have the video of it, of course, but it worked. And in the course, we're gonna talk about more what was my thoughts behind the design and everything, what I thought was like a good idea to achieve the goal we had. And I must say I'm pretty pleased with the results. I also made a different version. It's like a weather version, but when I saw it, I don't think this would be actually necessary. And I like the finish the 3D printer made, so I just kept this one on my desk. And it also works because no one bothers me when the light is on. So thank you.